Hi there, welcome to New Southern Garden. Pretty soon I'll be installing these foxglove plants into this garden bed beside me. And as a matter of fact, these foxglove were started from seed this past summer. Now, sometimes it's really easy to start perennials from seed, but other times you have to do some special things like stratify the seed. On today's program, we're going to talk all about collecting seed and stratifying them over winter so they're for sure to grow come next spring. So what is stratification and why is it important? Well, stratification is a requirement that's needed in order for a seed to break its dormancy. And seed dormancy is just the simple fact of a seed waiting to germinate until conditions are adequate for it to start growing. In other words, if a seed were to break dormancy in the wintertime, it may be too cold for that seedling to grow and survive. So some seeds need a period of stratification which mimics winter temperatures and winter moisture. So a cold stratification means we're giving a seed a period of cold and moist environment, and that way, when spring does come, they break that dormancy and begin to grow. Now, today we're going to collect some coneflower seed, and generally they need a period of stratification. So we're going to let winter do the work, and I'll talk about another way you can stratify in your kitchen. Now here we have some expired coneflower flowers. They've gone to seed. These brilliant cone-shaped seed heads are ripe for harvesting. They're chock full of baby seedlings, well, not seedlings, but seeds of the coneflower plant. So we're going to simply collect them, take them to the potting station, and get them ready for that stratification period we've been talking about. All right, so with our coneflower seed heads intact here, we're going to slowly start pulling away all of these appendages which are attached to a seed. And you'll know a coneflower seed because it sort of has a flat top and a pointed end right on the tip. In itself, it's almost a cone shaped. So we're going to take each one of these seeds, and we have a tray here that's filled with a peat-free potting compost. There's some large particles for good drainage and small particles for water retention. We're going to place them on there, push it about 1/4 of an inch below, and then cover it up. And then once we have this whole seed tray seeded out, we're going to simply take it outside, leave it outside, water it in, let it stay moist all winter. It's going to become cold as the climate is giving us, weather is giving us the coldness. So we've got cold and moisture. And then by springtime, these seeds have naturally been stratified, and that is going to trigger them to grow once the temperatures warm up. Now, if you're sowing seed over winter that needs stratification, you're in luck because, like I said earlier, you can leave it outdoors, water it in, and let Mother Nature do the work. But if you are sowing seed that needs stratification outside of wintertime, like spring or summer, you can mimic stratification by placing your seed on a damp towel or paper towel, not soggy, make sure it's damp. Sow the seed on top of that towel and fold it over, and then place that towel into the refrigerator for 6 to 8 weeks. It's probably a good idea to be sure to write the date on there so when you come back, you'll know it's been 6 or 8 weeks. And if you're doing that in spring or summer, all you've got to do with those stratified seed is take them out of the fridge, throw them in some potting soil right onto the surface of the soil, plant them, and in a few weeks, you'll have some good germination. Now, not every seed requires the same kind of stratification or any kind of requirement. So depending on what seed you're growing, you do need to do some research and make sure you're giving it the kind of stratification, scarification. There's several things certain seed may need. So be sure to check out what each variety you're growing requires. I hope that this video has helped you to understand what stratification is, and of course, how you can use it to make sure that you have more perennial plants in your landscape next spring. So be sure to like, subscribe to our channel here on New Southern Garden, and I've got to get back to making a new episode of the New Southern Garden podcast. So be sure to find that online at newsoutherngarden.com and wherever you like to find podcasts. Well, until next time, my name is Nathan Wilson. I hope you stay well and grow well.